Hello, my name is Katie Hayes, and today I'll be going over my Global Hospitality Experience class, Maymester Reflection from my trip to Siena, Italy. As a bit of an overview of what I'll be talking about today, in this presentation, I'll cover a cultural immersion overview about Siena, Italy as a whole, a deep dive into the food and beverage culture here and how it kind of contrasts from the US, the tradition and community present here in Siena, and then a guide into the sustainability and global insight practices that I've learned in class, then some key takeaways, and then a brief conclusion. So to start with a little bit of an overview, I was immersed in Siena, a smaller tradition-rich city in Italy. It was a direct exposure to local culture, food, and family-run businesses that are so present in the area, so unique, and really differ from the capitalism-driven business models of the US. So it was great to see the family-run businesses and small businesses that are such a big part of Siena's culture. And then the building relationships aspect of the locals here through language and hospitality, as well as through our documentary that we were making along the trip. So to start with food and beverage culture, it is more than just a meal here in Siena. It is about a ritual and connection. And so in Siena, I discovered the importance of authentic, preservative-free ingredients and the pride Italians take in their cuisine. We learned about pisci-shaped pasta. It is a pasta shape native to Siena, and how recipes are passed down through generations, often through families. And at a local shop that we visited, Antica Drogeria Mangelli, I was told that if a pasta sauce has more than just tomato, garlic, or basil, don't trust it. Italians really pride themselves off of authentic, minimal ingredients, no preservatives in their food. And then, as a big contrast to the US, dining is often transactional, fast ticket times, quick table flips, and efficiency make precedence over experiences. But here in Italy, meals are about relational connection. Courses are spaced out, servers are paid livable wages, and at a restaurant near where I live, the owner is making his restaurant about trust and community. The owner himself takes out every order, talks to every guest, places every order, and has a very small staff so that he can have that relational aspect with all of his guests that come into his restaurant. And then even Google reviews here are very personal. Locals and shop owners genuinely appreciate them because in a smaller city like Siena, your feedback keeps sustaining these businesses that are generations old, and businesses rely on relationships over foot traffic here. Another key aspect to Siena's culture is its tradition, specifically with the Palio horse race and the contradas here. What amazed me most was that the deep-rooted loyalty and just the honor that people have for their contradas that they're part of here. And it's not just a neighborhood that they live in, it's like a second family. During our visit to the Contrada Museum and the Palio Museum, our tour guide Luigi Lori shared his personal story of how the Contrada shapes his family life and how tradition continues through the younger generations, such as his children. I learned that tradition and innovation can coexist here. The committee that plans the Palio blends the thriving aspect of the tourism as well as keeping the 50,000 people that visit Siena during these 2 months safe, but also evolving to keep people engaged and have modern elements to the race as well. Next is sustainability and global insight. Siena also taught me that sustainability is hospitality. Siena is the first Italian city to be certified by the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, and they take that incredibly seriously, from refillable water stations to motion sensor lighting in restaurants and walkable streets that reduce car traffic. So unlike bigger cities like Rome or Venice that are overwhelmed by over-tourism, Siena focuses on better, not just bigger tourism. It's a model that allows other destinations should follow, sustainable, community-oriented, and focused on genuine quality experiences for their tourists. It's also opened my eyes to hospitality on a global scale. It's not just about five-star hotels or tourist dollars. It's about cultural preservation, intentional growth, and creating a place that people want to return to for years to come. So just some key takeaways from my trip. The local family-driven businesses build loyalty and authenticity. You can really feel the authentic work that people put into their products, as well as their love and involvement for their businesses. And so that's really palpable when you walk into smaller shops or restaurants like that. Next is global hospitality is different everywhere. Learning how to manage different cultures is a never-ending lesson. So through the communication kind of differences that we learned about in class, it is so important because in the hospitality industry, our clientele is so diverse, and so it's definitely important that they feel reflected in the staff. So learning how to communicate with employees of different cultures and communication styles is so important. So it was great to learn about that in class. And I'm also inspired to bring relational and sustainable values into my career in hospitality. So in just 3 weeks, Sienna has taught me more about global hospitality than I ever could have learned from a textbook. I now understand that global hospitality isn't about a business, it's about culture, connection, and people. It's about building something that lasts, not just something that sells. So thank you for listening, and I hope to carry these lessons with me in my future career in hospitality. Thank you.